Online education materials are developed by Admiral Markets as Estonia for a global audience. Therefore, please take into consideration that information in this session may not be suitable for everyone. To get a corresponding information on charting conditions and any other detail, please visit www.admiralmarketsglobal.com, select your country of residence and contact an appropriate entity. Risk disclosure statement stating all possible risks associated with Forex market. By accepting the risk, you are also proceeding further with me. Admiral Markets UK Ltd takes no responsibility for information accuracy. The analysis represents the personal opinion of the author. It's me, and in no way it represents the extra suggestion for a trade. These are not MK's opinions, and the website individual is not a .co.uk website, but the globalnews.com website. Forex is risky business, and this should not be taken as advice. It's a personal opinion only, and this webinar is for informational and educational purposes only. Good day, good evening from Beijing. Jörg is saying, yeah, good evening to Beijing, definitely. So, before I show you last week results from session recap trades, well, pips pool, losing trades, winning trades, whatever, but we mostly had great week last week, at least for those weekly recap trades. There was really a huge number of pips. But before I begin, I need to remind about session recap trades and analysis. Everything we do here is done by Camarilla Magdi, so definitely you need to give price a breather, okay? You can enter within 5 to 10 pips of the predicted level if it's in agreement with your system. If you're following these trades, then definitely respect your stop loss, because stops here are given per Camarilla Magdi. You always need to add a spread to your stop loss, okay? Always add a spread to your stop loss. We only take one position, okay? We don't take two positions. Usually we take position which hits first, and usually that is position, primarily we focus on trend, but sometimes if trend position is not made up first, then we go for alternative position, okay? Add a spread to your stop loss, okay? If you're buying, you add a spread to your buy position. If you're selling, then you're adding spread to your stop loss. We take only one position, okay? Position trades are called trend trades, so position trades are called trend trades. Then we have breakout trades, alternative trades, which are counter trend trades. Very often I will include scalp trade levels, okay, scalp trade levels, where you can scalp. Usage of trailing stop is highly recommended, and these setups are valid for today, tomorrow, and sometimes the day after tomorrow. Scalping trades should be done at or very close to important support resistance levels. Scalping trades are calculated by historical levels plus Camarilla, and definitely you should pay attention if you're going with scalp trades, the trades that they really should be very close at scalping levels, at least 1 pip far or 2 pip maximum, because those are scalping levels. You can freely add these levels to your system, because these levels will help you to better to have the better overview of the whole market, not just higher time frames, but also these lower time frames. Pay attention to Twitter updates. Very often I will use Twitter to post something maybe which is correlated to the trade we have. For example, when I take the profit, or when I close a trade, or eventually when I see that we have a revised trade setup, but it doesn't happen so always, those revised setups. Usually setups are fully valid. Pips pool is the maximum available number of pips you could have got on recap entries. So this is a mistake. Total pips pool number is definitely higher. So we had 255 pips possible on euro dollar, 100 pips possible on cable, Australian dollar 30 pips possible, New Zealand 20 pips possible or minus 40, dollar yen 20 pips possible or minus 30. So total pips pool should be something around, let's see, the 355, 385, 405, 425. So 425 minus 70. So total pips number is 425. So this was total available number of pips. It depends whether you had losing trades on New Zealand or dollar yen, but if you use trailing stop, you shouldn't have any losers, because I recommend, as I always say, when pair is moving fast, especially when market is fast, something after 15-20 pips. So at least I think that this could have been break-even trades, but this is basically the result which we had the last week. The trade of the week definitely is euro dollar, although I think that the cable could also be a trade of the week. But let's say euro dollar, because it was really a big fall. I personally didn't catch all this drop of euro dollar because I was trail stopped a couple of times, but I got really nice pips on both euro dollar cable. Australian dollar also scalping was pretty much successful. By the levels which I gave you last week, so we will check it now. Okay, so last week we definitely had euro dollar best trade, sell around 16.30 to 40, stop loss 60.65, target is 30.75. I need to say it was, because this trade happened. This was webinar time, this vertical red line, and basically we could sell here. We could sell immediately during the webinar or after the webinar. We could also sell here. Then again, this is the zone which was constantly rejected, pretty much very successfully, and definitely it's good. And Yergi saying 160 pips in euro dollar, lucky me, I listened to you, thanks. Well, great, you're better than me. I need to be honest, I didn't have 160 pips on euro dollar, although it's great if you had 160 pips, because I used trailing stop. I entered a couple of times here I was stopped here, and then I entered again because I saw these rejections. And when you see rejections, that means sometimes it's not official, guys, but if you see rejections of all of these I can say trade zones, then definitely you can take sometimes 2 or 3 trades. But you can see it here. First rejection, look, second rejection, third rejection, fourth, fifth, seventh, sixth, eighth, 10 rejections. It was great. Yergi saying he took 3 lots. Well, 3 lots, it's great. It's nice money, I need to say. Serious money. Yeah, but you need to manage always, guys, remember, you need to manage your risk. It's not just about taking lots. It's easy. You know, this is the analysis which I do, and I'm not, you know, if I was 100% sure that this will be the trade, I would put 10 lots. But, you know, you always need to be careful. I know that this analysis is pretty much accurate, and so well up to now it's been good, but you know, I have learned through this trading experience that we always need to be humble, as Dale Pinker said in an interview, or the market will humble you. So we never know what can happen. I have read, and I have posted that on Twitter, if you remember, that was when a guy who was trading Forex very successfully since the year of 2009, he basically was pretty much successful in his trading up to Swiss National Bank floor break. And he was successful 5 years in trading, and he lost his whole account in a single day. So imagine, guys, being 5 years successful in trading, and then the day such as that happens and you lose all the money you had made in 5 years. That's very sad story. And he was selling his $5, I think $5, as his last legacy, which father gave him. So there are a lot of stories like that. And I have also posted on Twitter where hedge fund which worked with 100 millions, I think, of dollars, lost everything, and they all only have 20,000. No, it's $20,000 now. So basically, they lost almost everything. 99% of their account has been lost. Imagine, guys, working with 100 million, and then you finish the year with only $200,000. It's really sad story. So it's not just margin call. It's about psychological stress which traders and investors suffered, and that is why I always advise you to use low risk. Although you probably are successful with these recaps, but use low risk. You never know what can happen, really. And very often, you need to control your emotions. That is the truth in Forex market. You need to control your emotions, okay? So euro dollar was definitely the winner, I can say. It is the winner. And if we move to cable, we can also see, maybe I can say for me, at least this recap setup worked better even than euro, because it was more clear. We got sell here at this point. We almost had no drawdown, very low drawdown, and look where the pair went. It eventually dropped for 300 pips, but I think I took 60 pips out of this trade, and it was really, really good. Look, pretty much very good trade, although it dropped even further. We had sell position around this level. 52.40 was stop loss, and 50.90 was the target. And now definitely cable break through that psychological 5,000. So now, guys, anything can happen. I am sure definitely on cable. I will tell you where the sell is, but you need to be careful now. There are a lot of things happening, especially with euro dollar. It's a big ATR. So we have maybe we can have both longs and sells on euro dollar. We will show you that just after I finish this one. Australian dollar. I hope you listen to me, especially about Australian dollar, especially guys who prefer to scalp. These were two positions from the last week, and the position where we had basically, this was the time of webinar. I told you can sell now. Then you could also enter a long here. Then you could sell here, enter long, sell long. You see, that was the range. So whichever position you took, it doesn't matter. Both positions were perfectly good for taking some pips out of market, because that was a range. 20 pip was basically what we could have got with this Australian dollar. And you can see that the range had been playing out even after we finished with the webinar. So up, down, up, down, up, down. And definitely this break of M pattern, this is bearish M pattern, previous double bottom, look at this, bang, it went to the upside, to the downside. Huge downtrend on Australian dollar. So 20 pip, not bad for Australian dollar. Dollar yen was a sell trade at this level, and definitely you could have made some 20 pips. So it was either a stop loss or some profit. After we made a sell, it went 20 pips in a profit, but then it reversed. So you can count that even as a profit or as a loss. And also New Zealand, we had position buy around 7,760. This was the time of webinar. This is the level, and basically again same as dollar yen. The level was pretty much good. You could have made some pips. 22 pips was maximum. Then it dropped to hit stop loss. But if you entered your trade here, well, then you could have made some initial 20, 22 pips, 15 pips, whatever. So this trade was also, well, 20 pips maximum or stop loss. It depends of your money management. I personally took a hit on this one because I didn't use trailing stop. Well, basically I was out of my platform. I was not there. I had the order in play and I saw it was 10-15 pips in profit. I decided to leave it because of this week here. It looked like it could go more, and then when I was back, basically this was a lost trade, but it doesn't matter. So it's either 20 pip loss or 40 pip, 20 pip winner or 40 pip loss. Definitely these two trades, euro dollar cable, especially cable, was pretty much good for me, even better, as I said, for than euro dollar, and Australian dollar for scalping trades. So again, we had a great week from last session recap, really, and I'm very glad that you made money, especially with euro dollar. Well, if you like to trade with a trend, then it was pretty much easy following these setups, especially if you use your own trading systems, or I don't know what systems you use, or you follow my trades blindly. Either way, I hope that you had nice week behind us. Let's see euro dollar. Tricky. Now this week is tricky, I need to say. I had a little bit, I really had today, I cannot say hard time doing the analysis, but I invested a little bit more time than I usually invest in this analysis, just because we had a huge gap on Sunday open, and that's not common in Forex market. We particularly had double gap on euro dollar, and double gap was something which definitely was, I can say, I was a little bit surprised by that gap. I posted that gap will happen, and I was sure that gap will happen, but I was really, after the gap happened, we had another 100 pip drop. That was pretty much strange. So first we had a gap, and after the gap we had a drop. So yeah, I knew it will be a gap, but I couldn't presume that after the gap euro dollar will continue to fall, because it was double gap. We had 1.2000 not closed, and we had 1.2004, I think, not closed until today. So what happened is basically euro dollar opened with gap, then it went upside, tried to close the gap, it stopped short 20-30 pips from the gap, and then it dropped 100 pips. Well, now what I can say is we can have both longs and shorts. This is the trade which I do not trade at the moment. This was a trade, although a bit tricky trade, because I did this before the move happened. 1.2070, 1.2090. I would prefer this second position. 130.30 stop loss, 140, and I think that if this hits and we have stop loss a little bit higher because ATR is bigger, we can make it to 1.1100. So this trade is, you can try to a little bit higher stop loss, 130.00, but definitely for me, and this trade was happening today. We had 5 possibilities to sell at this point, and I posted that on Admiral Markets blog, Forex Factory, Forex Street. This was the move today, and this was the level to go short today. Now it's broken, but definitely this was the zone to go short into, 2070. And look how many rejections. First rejection, second rejection, and this candle broke it. Now this candle will try to retest it. So if you ask me, guys, this is the trade I am favoring now at the moment. Position sell, 13. This trade I'm favoring more than this one, because this trade was happening, has been happening. It can still reject again. I'm not saying it won't or it It doesn't have the power to reject. It can reject, but to be honest, guys, from the current price action, it looks like it might touch during the Asia session 130.00. So you can try with this one, but place your stop then on 30. It's up to you, definitely. Okay, but this is, yeah, it's a bit high, but I'm favoring this one. Why is high? Look at this drop. Where is the retracement here? So we should have a little bit more of retracement, okay? And last swing low, look at this. It's even. So definitely we need to have a little bit more of retracement. And the thing is, this zone here, I will mark it. It's very close to previous buyers, sellers. We also have 88.6 here. If we take into account this move, when euro dropped from 30.75, this should be the entry. We can even neglect this Fibonacci from this region and take a look at this one. Look. Definitely zone which can be good for shorting. 30-20, 30-30, so we will see. Although, as I can say, euro dollar could reject also from these levels now, but we need to wait. Definitely this is the trade which I'm favoring. But you can scalp at 130.00, especially 1298. I think this level, and yeah, the price went to 95. I can see here on my other screen. So definitely this is the level to scalp. And now if it goes up, definitely I would like to see this happening. 30, and stop loss is 70 pips, but use your risk, guys. It doesn't matter if you trade with 30 pip or 70 pip stop loss if your risk is the same. If your risk is, let's say, 0.5 or 1%, that's great then. Okay. So that is about euro dollar. The only buy now I can see is alternative buy set up at 12.00. Trailing stop 15 pips is stop loss if it happens. But I think we should get this one first. 13.30 stop loss 14.02. Then target is 1.11.00. So we will see what will happen. But of course, as I say, stay tuned and watch the price action. Cable is in downtrend. Cable is in downtrend. Position sell around 50.60. 51 was, again, I will definitely move this. I am currently in this trade. So guys, if you are in this trade, you can take it. There is another position, sell. I will post it here. That level is 51.45 if it gets higher. 51.45. I will show you now. 51.45. Look at this. Again, deeper retracement here at this region. And look how many rejections here. And definitely at this region here, 45 to 50. It's even better, 45. Look. Look. Tops. And this region should be good for selling. So if this breaks above 51.00, I need to say I have a sell currently at 50.70. 30 pip stop loss, but if this breaks to the upside, I will be definitely looking to sell again. Okay? But my stop will be above this high then. 51.20. Sorry, it's 52.20. Target is then 80. 50, sorry. If that happens, okay, low risk trade again, and still judging from current price action, I don't like, because sell happened already at 50.70 today while I was making this webinar, and now it's trying to go lower, but the price doesn't get to go lower, so it still tries to go lower. So we need to wait. I'm in this position, and I will definitely be looking to sell if my stop loss gets hit. I don't mind. It's not a big position because it's the end of the day, so whatever happens, I'm prepared. Doesn't matter. We will see, definitely. Okay. Then we have another potential scalp level to trade, 51.20, and definitely 51.45, but it's for sell position. For buy, it's 51.00, 485, 40.50, but at the moment it looks like the price is going a little bit against the trend, so I'm not sure that it will hit these levels. So this is scalping zone to watch for, and sell position 51.45. Okay, if this trade doesn't go in the profit. Okay, Australian dollar is sell again. It's around 79.60. Definitely sell again. For me, 79.60, 79.90. Stop loss target is, this is mistake. I will show you now. Target, okay, is definitely 79.00 because we could see some correction here. Okay, and this. I'm looking to sell if we have a pullback, 79.60. Guys, do not grieve if you do not get a trade. The thing is, you need to be patient. Trading is not taking random positions on the market. Trading is about patience. If you see such a big drop, you need to wait for retracement. You cannot sell here. It's not logical. You need to wait for retracement. Definitely the zone for me is 79.90, guys. This is the zone where I will be looking to sell. 79.90, okay, it's 10 pips, 79.90, 80.00, it doesn't matter. But this is breakout, retest, continuation. So we could see rejections of this region if it gets there. If it doesn't get there, well, what? I cannot short it now. Although it looks like it could, but you see it closed the gap, but I think this, maybe if this is the start of correction, then it should hit this level and retest 79.00 again. So definitely paying attention to this one. New Zealand dollar 74.70 sell, 75.30 is stop loss, target is 73.70. That is New Zealand dollar. I will be looking to sell, but again, guys, I need to see bigger pullback. This is the level where I will sell. It stands at previous range breakout point, retest, and also 61.8 confluence. Okay, 61.88 confluence, guys. So definitely looking to sell if that happens. But still, as I say, be very, very careful about this. It's still, we can say, we need a bigger pullback. So if you want to trade it and you want to be patient, you can try that. But I need to say again, be very patient, guys. Because that kind of trades are usually done by waiting for bigger pullbacks. So this level, you see, it's been a gap close. We saw the movement, but it was basically at 12 o'clock. So maybe Asia session could give us some opportunity to sell. And definitely downtrend. Definitely it's downtrend. We are seeing that clearly here. It's a downtrend. And the thing is, in that downtrend, we can basically also experience a fake out trade. Fake out trade can be, for example, if you open daily chart, but I wouldn't be trading the fake out. Sorry, monthly chart. I wanted to say. Some could believe that this price will not reject here, and now some people are selling at this point New Zealand. I just cannot sell here. I cannot sell it here. Look at this historical price action. This is the level where New Zealand dollar was bought in the previous history. Look at these weeks, guys. This is monthly chart, okay? And monthly chart is telling you a lot. Really, it tells you a lot, guys. Look. Buy, buy, buy. Everything was screaming buy on monthly charts. And now if you want to sell, even though it could go, you know, it could go down. It's contrary to my logic and trading behaviors to sell now. I will definitely wait for a bigger pullback because it has been bought from this region in the past. It's history of buyers. And when I see history of buyers, I definitely do not want to go against them, especially if it's on monthly charts. So I will be patient. Don't have anything to lose. I will be definitely patient. And dollar CAD definitely uptrend. 23.70 is buy position on dollar CAD. 23.70, 23.40 is the target. 24.50 is 23.40 is stop loss. 24.50 is the target. Again, if it drops a little bit more to 23.30, 20 region, there is alternative trend buy around 23.25, stop loss 22.90. Again, the target is the same, 24.50. I think it has even potential to go to 25. And look at the trade. Okay, so it's still going up. It doesn't give us any good retrace. So definitely this will be waiting game for dollar CAD. Waiting game definitely. Look. It's still rejected from 38.2. I don't see particular buyers at this region, but definitely there are buyers here. And we have also important level here and 61.8 Fibonacci. So I will wait for this region. If something happens, then definitely, because dollar CAD is in huge uptrend and bigger pullback is the region which I gave you here. This is 88.6. If that happens, then another buy could kick in at 23.25 with stop loss at 22.90. We target on 24.50. Okay. Now, guys, if you have any questions, of course, you can ask me. This is the setup which I'm looking for. Goran is asking, on daily chart, euro dollar has formed morning star. Is it possible that euro goes to 4.38? Now, this is tricky question. It shouldn't go to 4.38, but you know, in Forex market, it could go. What I see here on euro dollar chart is definitely the correction going on. But if you drop down to 4-hour chart, you can see this looks like V-shaped reversal, but this should be the end of that V-shaped reversal. And look at this picture here on 1-hour chart. Definitely, I think this level could sell. So it's up to you how you will manage the trade. But I think that this level could sell, really, because it didn't have any strong retest on 1-hour chart. And if the price kicks here, there is a big possibility that this level could retest nicely. Okay? So we should see. Okay? And you see it's V-shaped reversal. It shouldn't go much up this region. But because you never know definitely stop loss for me will be above 14 3091, and that is 10 pips above 3091. That's 1400 plus the spread, which is 1 pip or 0.5. Well, I make it usually 1 to 2 pips to the stop loss level. So it is V-shaped reversal, but it should stop here. It shouldn't break this. If this region breaks, that there has a possibility to go to 1500. So we should wait, definitely. Okay? I will roll on through these slides again, so if you have any questions, do not hesitate to ask me. Dollar yen, yeah, I will show dollar yen chart. It's a bit rangy, dollar yen. It doesn't go anywhere, but I will show you. So euro dollar, cable. Australian. Let me see. Yeah, a mistake. This is, you know, you got the point. It doesn't matter. You got a point, 5100, but thanks for reminding me, Justinas. Australian dollar. New Zealand dollar. And, sorry, dollar CAD. Then I will go to dollar yen chart. Goran is asking concerning Camarilla indicators, is it possible that pivot point could be above H3 instead of being in the middle of L3 H3? I didn't notice that. Which pair, Goran? If you tell me the pair, I could take a look. But it shouldn't go, really. It shouldn't go. It should be usually in between. Oil. I don't follow oil, crude or Brent or whatever. I don't follow it. So usually I didn't notice that. I'm just looking at the Forex pair and Forex pairs and gold and silver. I also I'm looking at gold and silver. So in the future I might post gold and silver trades in addition to Forex, of course. Okay, let's see dollar yen now. Dollar yen. Dollar yen, I can say dollar yen, it's range, as I said, pretty much. I knew it. I took a look today and look at this. It's pretty much range. I don't like this is whipsaw, sharp tooth on a 1 hour chart, so that is why I don't trade it. Look, up, down, up, down, up, down. This range is holding it. Okay, this range is holding it. So still, I don't see any good setups with dollar yen. So that is why I didn't analyze it. If you want to sell 80, you can try, and your stop loss will be pretty much small. So if it gets to 118.80, you can try a scalp, sell or sell trade, whatever. And your stop loss should be no more than 20 pips. So you can try that. You can try, but it's a bit rangy. Really, it's a bit rangy. Okay? So dollar yen, yeah, you could try a sell here, but be careful because it's rangy. It can break here, but you will have really a tight stop, something around 20 pips. Arne is asking for GBP dollar. Yeah, GBP dollar. This is GBP dollar. As I say, I'm currently in the trade, but the trade was happening while I was doing the analysis. So I'm looking more for 51.45 than this one first. So my suggestion is to, well, you can try this or scalp if it hits this level. But definitely pound dollar is still in downtrend, and it broke through 50.00 support, so I'm really expecting it to proceed further down. Okay, Euro Swissy. Okay, Euro Swissy. Davor is asking about Euro Swissy. I'm not trading Euro Swissy now. Really, I trade dollar Swissy, but not Euro Swissy at the moment, because you know this is intervention, obviously, some sort of it, and it's not a big intervention, but it looks like someone pretty much has intervened. And as I said previously, dollar Swissy has been bought. Let me switch to dollar Swissy. I will use dollar Swissy. Okay, let me switch to dollar Swissy and use blank template. It's better to see the price action. Look, this is intervention from probably from Swiss National Bank. By raising dollar Swissy, they effectively lowered Euro Swissy. I mean, they effectively lowered their Swissy currency, not Euro Swissy, Swissy. So basically, this pair, I don't like how it looks. It's prone to some interventions now, not big one, but minor ones, which I don't like. It's more interesting for me to trade dollar Swissy. And if you are asking me what I look on dollar Swissy, I'm looking for long trades on pullbacks, definitely. On dollar Swissy, longs on pullbacks, on this Euro Swissy, I'm not looking at anything. Yeah. Formations, yeah, that was a template which I think I will prepare for you in some of our next webinars, so we will see about it. But it's some sort of a template. Let's be a little bit secret now. So then when it comes, then I will show you. Okay. Again, guys, concentrate on this euro dollar, pound, Australian dollar, New Zealand dollar, and dollar CAD. My personal favorite is dollar CAD, but you know, dollar CAD is, I would like to see a pullback, then buy. And definitely these two zones should be good for buying. For Camarilla, if the candle closes above H3, does it mean that the price will continue to H4? It could mean, but it shouldn't mean by necessity. It's not necessarily always like that. That is why you cannot just trade Camarilla levels by themselves. That is why I have invented Camarilla MACD to basically take confluence of different chart patterns, levels, pivot points. So that is what I look to see. If the candle closes above H3, it could go, but it can also go back to below H3. So you need to pay attention to confluence. Okay? Okay, guys? So I don't see any further questions. So definitely it's clear. We will see what will happen. As I say, use low risk, do not risk a lot, and I hope that we will have yet another successful week with Forex recaps. Thank you guys for listening to me. I will be with you very, very soon. Pay attention to Admiral Markets webinars, sign in for different webinars, follow the analysis on Admiral Markets blog, Spiders Den, and I will be with you very, very soon. Cheers, guys, and trade safe.